get into it.
Jeez.
Hold on.
Oh, shit. What's going on? Are we rolling? No.
Oh, your ribs bruised.
Oh, yeah. What were you going to do?
I was just gonna crack your back.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for not
Yeah.
doing that. Oh, my gosh.
We were cracked more than that.
Yeah.
Did you see the fear in my eyes as you came around that table? Oh, my God. I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
I can't defend myself right now. Dude, a bruised rib sucks.
It is.
It's a little thing, but it's actually a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Because it's your rib.
Yeah. I thought I ran a half marathon earlier this week, and I was really nervous. Oh, yeah, we're on right now. Yeah.
Okay.
I was really nervous because of the bruised rib. Like, I can't breathe with my upper body.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was using a lot of my diaphragm, a lot of stomach breathing, and that helped. And I think the adrenaline of all that running also helped as
Isn't
well.
there like yoga? Doesn't yoga have breathing exercises as well? Is that helping at all? Or?
Yes, absolutely. Is he close enough on the mic, Peyton? Is he good? Okay, just making sure. Yes, there's a lot of great yoga breathing exercises. One of them I love to do is called fire breathing. Have you ever heard of that?
Is that similar to like what Hickson does with his stomach?
Yeah, very similar. Yeah, keeping the lips sealed, in and out through the nose very quickly. Try to maintain that for 1 minute. Then you inhale, hold the breath, feel the energy, feel like your fingers tingling, and then exhale. And then try that again for 30 seconds, even faster if you can. But keep that sustained in, out, through the nose. Excuse me, out of the nose, equal parts very quickly. And it feels like a cup of coffee. Like you've just chugged a cup of coffee after you're done. Yeah, good energy.
You want to try it?
Right now?
Yeah.
With you?
You sure?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it. Again, why not? Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
What do we do? We're just for 30 seconds in and out real quick.
Yeah, lips sealed, in and out. Yeah. Hey, man. I know what you're laughing at.
Okay.
Zeke. I knew that would get Zeke. Yeah, we could try it. We could try it. Here we go.
I'm going to do it with you guys, too.
Everybody's doing
Let's
it?
all do it. Yeah.
All right.
You guys ready?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I don't think I can do it, man. I'm going to pass out.
I actually feel good.
So the last one you're supposed to hold.
Yeah, you take in the last one, hold it for a little bit, and then side out.
That just made me exhausted. Maybe I did it wrong.
Well, the diaphragm is like a muscle, too. You
Yeah.
have to develop that breathing exercise.
Oh, it ain't developed.
No. You okay? That made you giggle? Yeah, we're just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's okay. We're good. Everybody listening to this is like, what is this show right now?
I hope they tuned in right on that moment.
Me too.
What am
Yeah.
I listening to?
There's something wrong with my speakers? They're like, something's wrong with my speakers.
They have the bass turned up a little high.
Yeah. Yeah.
As the video's buffering.
By the way, man, I love your laugh. I know I haven't said that before on the show, and I don't want to make you insecure. We all love your laugh, just so you know.
Thank you. You make me laugh, Wesam.
What's that?
You make me laugh.
I'm glad I make you laugh. Okay, we got some news to cover. There's some stuff that we need to address here on the show, and to our listeners who have come on as new listeners from one of the reels we posted on Instagram. It's our, so far, I think, most popular posting on Instagram. And it's can you turn them up, my headphones? Thank you so much. It's our most popular posting about the UFOs that first came out like a few weeks ago or something like that. And first of all, I love how mean people get immediately. There's no room for empathy or thought process. It's just very animalistic, almost chimpanzee-like behavior. Okay? Very specific. And I know I said that animal, but it's very specific. You ever see a group of chimpanzees just go like that? That's how I feel these people are typing as they're saying this stuff.
They all sound the same, which is funny.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a hive mind.
Yes.
Truly.
Hive mind. Very specific hive mind. So the posting was about those the around the time of the Chinese balloon that was around,
Right.
and then they said there's a UFO,
Mm-hmm.
and it literally just popped up from all the major news sources on Twitter. UFO, not Chinese balloon, none of that stuff. It was like UFO. We don't know what this is. This isn't a balloon. Blah blah blah. And so, for those of you, just a little inside look at Wesam's World. We record these episodes about a week beforehand. So we don't have the up-to-date information when this episode comes out because we can't go back and forth in time. Sorry. Right? And so there was a lot of comments saying, this wasn't a UFO, it was more balloons. The media is trying to distract you from the real problems. Look what's happening in the derailed train with the chemical spill, which, by the way,
That was insane.
that is a mess, and
Yeah.
I'm surprised why there isn't even more coverage on it. They are trying to keep that under wraps for sure. So just think a little bit before you post this stuff, new listeners. That's all we're asking. You know what I mean? I feel it's very easy to jump in and just blah, 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 blah.
What specifically were they attacking you for, though?
It was comments like this.
Are you gonna pull one up?
Oh yeah, because
Let's call out the username too.
Let's tag him. Let's just.
No, we don't. We shouldn't do that.
no, we shouldn't do that. So it's stuff like this. First of all, this one is hilarious. Someone check this guy in the rehab. Now, I think...
Wait, are they talking about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so first of all, bad English. Someone check this guy in the rehab. Okay. The second one is fools, spelt with a Z at the end.
So cool.
So
he's so cool.
That's all he said was fools.
Fools.
Yeah.
Wow.
It will be impressive of how many UFO fanatics will fell for this scam. They are so desperate to see an ET encounter that they will be deceived so easily. Again, not great grammar from any of these people.
Hive mind.
They
Hive
love
mind.
saying deceived too. I feel like.
Yeah.
That's like-
Deceived. The sheep. Fooled by the media.
Wait, so what is your like position on all this? Are you in terms of like, okay, so we're talking about UFOs,
Yeah.
and you are exploring the idea that they could be like of extraterrestrial origin, or
So when this first came out,
yeah,
this was right when we had a guest on our show, right before we're about to do the episode.
Yeah, it was hours before.
And I was like,
Yeah.
you guys see this UFO thing? It's like real. It seems legit.
okay,
That's all. I was
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
And as a person...
legit as in like extraterrestrial.
Yeah, because news outlets
Yeah.
were calling it a UFO. Like,
Yeah.
They're like, it's not a balloon.
It's
Yeah.
not any-
We don't know what it is.
We-
Well, doesn't UFO just imply it's just unidentified?
Yeah.
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 But the way, again, the media manipulates things, the way people were discussing about it, it was like, wait a minute, you guys seem like you're trying to hide something.
Yeah.
This is very crappy behavior, even from your end of trying to hide something. Something's going on that we're not being told. That's why I got a little excited, right? As one would.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be stoic about it. Be like, yeah, aliens came, whatever. You know, like I'm
Yeah.
not. It's just like I got excited.
I think we were also purposefully going to the extreme of like what it was, because like we were even joking about like, oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
Aliens are gonna invade next
Right.
week.
We're playing into it now.
Right.
If you're asking,
does it give you a sense of hope, knowing if extraterrestrials, other intelligences from outer space are coming to visit us? Because I feel like it gives me a little bit of hope
Yeah.
if that were to be the case. Just, I don't know why. It's like, oh, let's shake things up. Like-
Okay. See, I'm kind of on the opposite end because I feel like if there were aliens from other planets or intelligent life that would come down here, this place would be chaos. Okay? I mean, we could barely agree on who we want in power, and we can barely agree on laws right now. If there was another person coming, or intelligent life aliens coming down on Earth, people's religious beliefs will be upheaved, and then they will deny it or something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's going to be deaths and destruction and chaos. That's what I feel. Because you're a pretty logical and nice person. You don't seem like a person who's like, I think we should start a riot. You've met those people, you know, where you feel like this guy would be in a riot easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, me for sure.
Of course. You just admitted
I'm
it.
just kidding.
No, you are right.
I
guy.
would hide immediately.
You would actually hide.
Just
in a
one
riot.
shoulder bump away from
Yeah.
causing mayhem.
Right. You've known those guys.
I used to be a bouncer, so I used
Okay.
to deal with that a lot.
Okay, then it's pretty obvious. You know, your typical Friday
Right.
night crowd. Some of them definitely. In terms of what I actually believe, I do believe we have lost technology from ancient civilizations that were much more advanced than we were. It's coming out that there's more evidence that there has been cataclysmic events in the past that have completely wiped out civilizations that evidence shows were very advanced technologically from the way they built certain structures. So the Bob Lazar episode on Joe Rogan, again, it's hard to say if he's 100% telling the truth, but I'll be honest with you, that's one of the interviews I've seen where I've been like, man, it's hard to... The way he's acting or the way he's presenting himself doesn't seem like a bullshitter. He has to be either the most psychopathic sociopath to lie about this and ruin his life, or he's telling the truth. And one of the things he said during his interview was they said these UFOs, some of them were dug up from archaeological digs. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is stuff that we've had in the past from ancient civilizations. And there's actually a civilization, and I guess you should call it a religious group, the Hindus, the Bhagavad Gita. Are you guys familiar with this? The Hindu epic. They talk about in this massive old textual, historical, and religious text about flying capabilities these quote-unquote gods had during their time. And the way they describe it is like UFOs and what they're able to do weapon-wise.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking, okay, maybe there was something like this in the past. We've discovered it, and our government is testing it out to see how, like secret parts of the government, like uber secret parts of the government, are testing it out to see how the media and the population and other branches of the government who are not in on it would react. That's my theory.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's right.
Right.
I know it sounds a little crazy, but that's what I think is most possible. And yeah.
Can I ask you what you feel? I mean, okay. UFOs. These guys are, these. Okay, so if we're talking about extraterrestrial beings of, they're smart enough to traverse the galaxy, right? I think my question is, what do you think that their goal would be? Just because they're just in the sky and they just kind of move around. That's kind of the stories you hear. They never land, right? And just present themselves like you see in The Day the Earth Stood Still type of deal. And so my question is, why are UFOs only teasing us? You know what I mean? There's like, oh, look at me, and then they disappear. And I'm wondering, because they must be smart enough to, I'd imagine, again, if they're smart enough to travel across the galaxy, they would know how to delicately make their way into our society, And so, I'm just wondering, where all this is, leading to. If it is, in fact, true that these are...
Do you want to know what I think it is?
Okay.
I was just waiting for a funny answer.
This is what I think it is. They were observing humans for thousands of years, right? And then BJJ came on, and they're like, "Whoa, check this out!"
Yeah.
And they're all like, "This stuff is pretty cool. What they do," and that's what they're watching right now. Is just hours upon hours of footage, candid footage of BJJ schools.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and like you rolling with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's the only logical
Do you
answer
think
at
like
this
you're
point.
a TV show?
Yeah, to a
Yeah.
certain extent.
Yeah,
But just
like-
BJJ.
like
This is the BJJ channel.
Yeah,
this
like
Earth.
Monday through Friday, like at 5 p.m.
Yeah,
Global Mars time.
yeah,
BJJ.
yeah. I think that's what it is.
Would you like for there to be extraterrestrials out there visiting us? Or?
I have to. I was
Yeah.
joking with that answer.
Oh, okay.
You thought I was for real?
I don't.
I was. Of course, I'm joking. That's the most insane
Okay.
answer I've ever said in my life.
I'm just
He
trying
will
to get to know
respect
you.
any and all beliefs.
Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to laugh. Oh man. It's so hard to laugh. No, that's that. No, the BJJ thing is a joke.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Before that, just
What?
in general, just with extraterrestrials, like what is, like, part of me would like to, like, kind of hopes that we are getting visited by extraterrestrial beings, you know, because life is just so crazy here on our planet, and it just seems like there's no adults to, you know what I mean, like when you're a child and there's always an adult that just, you know, sets things right, but it seems like there's no adults in the room on this planet.
None, dude.
And I'm hoping that, you know, the adults are like, oh man, like no, we gotta.
You know, that's quite amazing. You just hit upon something which just struck me right now. The fact that we're so okay in this life with things that are not okay. And I'll give you an example. People who are mentally ill living on the street. Let's take that. I don't care what your stance is, either way. We live our lives. I'm guilty of this as much as anybody. I'm okay with that. You know why? Because that's the way it is. You know how messed up that is? Do you know how messed up it is that we're okay with people in charge constantly stealing money from the majority of people to benefit themselves and hurt other people?
Right.
We're okay with that because we're getting by.
Right.
And we're not getting super hurt right now, so that's okay.
And we're also juggling, you know, a lot of stuff that we're just trying to get by in our own lives too, right? And I like to follow this guy, John Green. Have you heard of him? He's like an author. He posted something about, you know, his talking about his exploration in like empathy and how, you know, we can't be always fully empathetic, right? So, for example, he mentioned how on any given day, there's like 150,000 people are going to die today, right? And if I thought about their deaths as if, you know, in the same way that someone in my family, you know, how I would react to someone in my family dying, like I wouldn't be able to function, right? So you have to like be able to limit your empathy, and you know, there's just, what are you going to do when there's so many, you know, homeless out there, or you know, there's always crooks, you know, like it's just what can one guy do about it, you know? And so I don't know. Yeah.
It's a complicated issue. And we're okay buying things, and I'm okay, like I'm guilty of it, buying things known it was made somewhere by either child labor or slavery around the world, like our phones, all electronic equipment. We're just okay with that because that's the way it is.
Right.
What? That's okay. Like that's, and so I get the feeling of wanting aliens to come down and be like, you got to stop this, or a spiritual anchor, because like I believe in God, and so I've submitted to the idea of that I'm viewing life through a keyhole, and there's a certain perspective I'm viewing life from, and the rest of the stuff that I really don't understand or I can't get a grasp on, I have to put on faith, put my faith through that it's just happening for a certain reason and for the betterment in the long run. Otherwise, I can get pretty pessimistic.
Yeah.
So I think the lesson from all this is to be just as good of a person as you can be in your immediate community, and hopefully that creates a chain reaction that flows through the rest of the world.
I think what makes it difficult is that the definition of what makes a good person is always evolving, right? And I think that's what freaks people out. And I think that's why people want to stick to, the old ways, right? Because if you think about being a man, even like a couple hundred years ago, you were not seen, like if you didn't kill anybody, you weren't seen as like a person who defended your tribe or defended your nation. You know what I'm saying? Like during the Civil War, I think that's why football became popular, if I remember correctly, because I had to take sports history. And so after the Civil War, a lot of the guys who fought in the war, their children were growing up to go to college, and they were getting concerned that these kids were getting soft because they didn't kill anybody. And so that's why you have football to kind of replace, that's why you have like the line of scrimmage, because before in warfare, you didn't like hide behind corners. You just lined up and just aimed your gun
That's
at
insane.
each other. Right.
Bro, when they were like, reload, fire, and everybody's doing it in unison.
And there's one guy with a drum.
Yeah, well, dude, the worst position is to be the guy with the drum.
Musicians, they always get their shit into the stick, man.
I don't want to take a left turn in the conversation, but there is a game out there called Nations at War.
Okay.
Where you literally can play as the people with like the drums and the horns.
No way.
And just march in the front of warfare. And it's respectful not to shoot the guys playing the drums and the horns. And the thing
So
is,
what is the objective of the drums and the horns?
The drums and the horn guys, they boost their teammates. It
Oh,
gives them
okay.
inspiration.
Morale.
And
Okay.
it
Almost
boosts
like a
their
healer
morale.
or-
Yeah,
okay.
yes, like a support kind of player. And the thing is, it has proximity chat, so you can hear people just talking, and like just the drummer like gets shot, and you just hear like in the corner like, "They got Dave!"
Bro, sorry, this is
No.
this, dude. If like we're in all the generals together, and they're like, and one general goes, "Hey, I got an idea. Maybe instead of giving him a gun, we can give him a drum." And everybody said, "Yeah, that sounds like a great idea." That's terrible. That's terrible. I also think it has something to do with the marching, like keeping beat, so everybody's in unison, because of the bad aiming that those guns had. So that's why you wanted everybody to shoot all at once to get a better chance of hitting your target. The Redcoats did that a lot, but then they realized, oh, this is terrible, because then they were the opposing army was using guerrilla warfare to fight against that.
Right.
Which, shifting this to martial arts, it's so important to adapt to your circumstances and surroundings, because you can't keep using the same thing, otherwise you're going to get caught. You know?
And I think that's just, again, going back to the definition of what makes a good person is also constantly evolving, because the needs of a global population is changing, right? And so I think that's why people are just freaking out, because we're having existential problems with global pandemics, climate change, and all kinds of stuff that's, the threat of nuclear warfare, the sense of no adults being in the room, right?
Do you think, though, there has to be some stuff that keeps that doesn't change, some constants of being a good person? Like good calves or something? That was a joke, just making sure.
To make a good person, I don't know.
No nose rings.
Yeah.
If you have a nose ring,
I was going to say if you can make someone laugh, right? But, I mean,
I'm just trying to get into heaven.
serial killers are also very charming, right? And I'm sure they can crack a few jokes.
Yeah.
So I guess that doesn't make them good people either.
Exactly. So that doesn't make...
Yeah, but I think it's just, this is a this is a conversation that we'll never reach the bottom of, right? And I think that's what freaks people out.
Interesting.
It's a never-ending process of there's never gonna be a point where we can universally agree on what is good and what is,
Do you believe in anything spiritual?
I think in terms of like spirituality, I listen to like audio or narrations of like the Tao Te Ching, because just there's something about Taoism that I feel is really just striking a chord with me. But other than that, like I don't really have any other, like, I guess, spiritual I mean, I don't even really consider that a spiritual practice. It just I don't know, what would you yeah
So just curious if you have like some kind of like anchor, like a bigger, like you believe in God or a universe or something.
I think maybe just listening to my emotions. I mean, that's all you have to go by, I feel, right? Like, even when you think of something spiritual, when you think about it, you're feeling something, right? Like you feel a presence, or something larger than yourself. I think just through years of therapy, you just kind of learn to listen to your gut and try to understand what it's telling you. But I definitely, like, every night I feel like I have a very existential, like, headspace that I get into, and then I have like a mild panic attack, and then I pass out and go
Cool.
go to sleep.
That sounds relaxing.
Like sometimes it gets so bad I gotta text the friends like, hey, are you awake? Like I just need you to talk to me, like kind of keep my mind anchored, because I'm just like, what is like any of this, like what is, like, there's no, have you ever seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
No, I want to see it.
Okay.
I want to see that too. I heard it's great.
So I think that's one of the movies that really they had a lot of points in the movie that I feel I was already resonating with, but just for some reason when I watched the movie as a whole, it just kind of punched me in the gut, and kind of drove this point home where it's just, nothing, I feel like I'm gonna ruin the movie for you guys.
No.
Don't ruin it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't ruin the movie.
We'll save that for another time.
I'll watch it and then we can talk about it, because that's one that's been on my watch list.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite movies of all. I never cried so hard in public before.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that's good.
I was like,
that's cool.
Have you ever done psychedelics? Because these questions that you're proposing are things that come up when you do psychedelic type drugs.
You couldn't have sounded more like a druggie.
No, I'm not.
Than from
I'm
the way
not.
you said that. I know you're not, but just the way you said that just came off as the most stoner character of all time.
You want to buy some acid?
You want to get some psychedelics?
I mean, I think I've answered enough by not answering.
That's all good, man.
It's something that I'm definitely interested in exploring. And it's just, I feel like I want to do a little bit more research before I start, because I don't want to use psychedelics as like recreational,
You end up like him.
No, dude, whatever. No.
Look at him.
But there are times where I feel like I'm trying to figure life out, and it just seems like I just can never figure it out, and I feel like maybe I'm looking to psychedelics as like almost, but I feel like in a way it feels like, when you're taking a test and you don't know the answer to the test and you can't help but to like look to the right. I feel like that's how I'm looking at psychedelics right now, and something about that doesn't, and so I feel like when the time's right, I'll know when and if it's, but I definitely hear a lot of good things about psychedelics and how it helps people with their trauma, how it helps veterans, and so it's definitely something that interests me.
Yeah, I'm interested in experiencing DMT, well, very much so. I really want to try DMT. I want to go
See the Clockwork Elves?
Yeah,
I
just
wanna
to experience it, or do you have like a specific objective in mind?
I'm hoping to meet the creator.
The
somehow,
creator?
yeah,
Okay.
of everything, like the one,
Hmm.
just to find some guidance a little bit on my life,
Hmm.
because I think that'd be interesting way to experience it. So, because there's so much information nowadays on everything
Mhm.
that, like, you know me, I'm a very smart person, very intelligent.
Mhm.
That was a joke, Edmund. I feel like I have to say that was a joke with you multiple
Well,
times.
because I think you're a smart guy.
Thank you. I was
so,
just playing
yeah.
up the bit.
Yeah, and
I
he's
ju-
so genuine, and he like loves, like he believes everything you say. like he's just like such a nice guy. I feel like you make a joke, he's like, yeah, I believe you, and you were sly, dude. You're like,
Well, I realized you were joking.
Sorry, did you see how that turned it from a compliment to an attack?
no, it's not an attack.
You said you're so sly, dude. You got your eyes turned black a little
No,
bit. It's
no,
from the
no.
drugs,
No,
It's psychedelics.
psychedelics.
This
man.
is all
Okay.
fake right
This
now.
is all psychedelics on him right now.
Gotcha.
He's on psychedelics every time he comes in here.
I'm not.
You're always smoking something. I don't know if it's
No,
cigarettes or
no,
something, but
no.
it's probably lined with acid, right?
Just because I have long hair
And the nose ring,
and a nose ring,
and
whatever.
you look flushed constantly.
And the
Whatever.
flannel, comfy
Whoa,
flannel.
I'm just. Oh, all right.
For those of you wondering why I keep wincing, I don't remember if I've talked about.
The bruised rib. We
Bruised
covered
rib.
that.
Yeah.
we did cover it. That
Yeah,
got
we
in the
covered
show.
You've said it
yeah.
maybe like 7 times.
I got a bruised rib.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, thank you. No, what I was saying was there's so much information,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel I get bombarded with things that equally can be true, depending on perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So then I go, okay, which perspective do I want to have then? Because if both are true, and I can't find the objective truth, I must choose a perspective to have. Does that make sense?
I think so.
If you're looking at something and you go, okay, if I look at it from here, that's true. Then you go to the right and you go,
Right,
actually,
okay.
that's true too.
Mhm.
I don't know what's actual truth though.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to find which perspective will benefit me and my community the most around me.
Hmm. I think. Okay, so I think one of the issues with who am I to talk about the world? But one of the issues that it seems to me, you know, in the world is we all have our people, right? And we all belong to, you know, different communities. So, you know, you and I, we share a jiu-jitsu community, but then I'm also part of, you know, the Asian American community.
Oh,
and,
you are?
You know, it might shock you, but
Wow.
yeah, you know, and you're from Syria, so you have, you know, and so, you know, and every group's got different needs and different perspectives, and, you know, a lot of times they collide with one another, and, you know, there comes a point where, you know, one community's needs is not sustainable for the entire community of communities, right? And so I think my question is, if something is benefiting your community at the expense of another, like at what point do because
Yeah.
ultimately conflict is to the detriment of all of us, you know, and I think, you know, I think we're kind of coming to a point where, you know, the world is realizing that we're just one, you know, one big system, right? And I don't know. I don't know if I'm trying to sound.
No.
Yeah.
I think it does get complicated because we are part of different communities, and so that's why, you know, for me,
Mhm.
that's one of the problems. Which community am I wanting to benefit the most?
Mhm.
Which communities are going to be left out?
Mhm.
You know, so I'm hoping I find some kind of connection or answers through DMT, because I've heard a lot of people have,
Mm-hmm.
or like a heroic dose of mushrooms. My only thing with mushrooms, though, you throw up, which I'm not like a big fan of. I don't like being
I don't
nauseous.
like throwing up.
Who does, right? But yeah, DMT is a much more shorter experience, more intense, which I'd rather have, because I don't want to be out for like hours and hours and hours either. You know, I rarely drink, but I hate that feeling of being tipsy for too long.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I just want this to end.
Yeah.
I haven't had that in a long time, but that's not fun, you know. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, just a lot of questions. Just be careful, don't get any stuff from.
Whatever, dude.
Well, no, you whatever, dude.
We Sam.
Yeah.
No,
I hate, I hate the chocolate.
He's
I
gonna
heard-
kill you.
I heard someone one time describe their mushroom trip to me about how they did like a hero dose,
Mm-hmm.
and they came into contact what they thought was the creator
Mm-hmm.
of God, whatever you want to call it, and it told this person that you used a shortcut to get here. You shouldn't be here. Like, this is not the way to do it. And then he was like, I'm never gonna do psychedelics again after that.
Yeah, I know the exact story you're talking about.
What is it? Because
It was on the Joe Rogan
okay,
Experience.
that's what it was then.
And I think it was, what's his name? His really druggy friend.
Oh, Duncan Trussell.
Yeah, Duncan Trussell. Sorry, I didn't mean to like negatively describe him, but that was the only way I could think
Well,
of.
I mean, he's all about.
Yeah, but he did experience where basically he met what he thought was Jesus, like
Yeah.
what we know as Jesus Christ, and Jesus was like, whoa, 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 you're not supposed to be here like this. You've come as a watcher rather than being part of the group. You need to leave. This was like a shortcut. You need to be like, if you're going to come join us, you have to
Yeah.
come a different route. That's what the story was. And that resonated with him like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, life is trippy, man. And
What if
It's trippy
after Duncan leaves Jesus alone,
yeah,
and then he's like, all right, he's gone, and then just party's back on.
Duncan's gone. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go.
that would be quite the reality of what
we're out
life
of
is.
wine.
Man, it's gnarly. This is why, speaking of, my mind just skipped about 4 steps here. The Catholic Church and the Vatican Archives, I was kind of obsessed with them for a while because they have stuff in there that they won't let anybody see.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you hiding?
Yeah.
Why won't you let people see it? Why won't you let people go in there? Tell me, Peyton.
I wish I had the answers, Wesam.
Find the answers.
Okay.
This is you know what? This is how we're going to break into the Vatican Archives. You ready for this?
Sure.
Wesam's 8.
Hmm?
Wesam's 8. Ocean's 8.
Oh, Ocean's
Wesam's
8. Yeah. Was Ocean's his last name?
Oh, Quiche 8.
Quiche 8.
Quiche's 8.
Quiche's 8. That's such a weird name. That feels like a...
Quiche's 8.
Yeah, I don't know what that describes as. I don't know. Anyway, so here we go. Okay. We go on a goodwill trip to the Vatican and be like, hi, we're all about Catholicism. We'd like to start a BJJ group. Call it BJJ Catholics. Catholic BJJ. What do you think?
Sure.
Okay, you lead it. Okay.
That's our Trojan horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the way you're already 10 steps ahead right now. Right? We get some of the bishops involved. And as you know, BJJ, everybody feels good after doing that,
Mhm.
right? Okay. Anyway, so we tell them,
Yeah.
it's great. And all the, the bishops, they're feeling great about it, right? And then they go, hey, we got to tell the Pope about this. And I'm like, let's bring in the Pope. So we got the Pope, the bishops, some of the cardinals. We're all doing BJJ, right? You're teaching. I'm assisting teaching, right? I might have to be upgraded to like blue belt at that point just because of everything I've done.
Yeah.
And then from there, we can start, after they feel good, we could be talking with the Pope, right? Or the head cardinal. We'd be like, hey, man, so what's going on with these Vatican archives or something? What are you guys keeping there? And they'll be on such a high that they'll, let some information loose. And then we could play this trick. They'll be like, yeah, there's some like pretty cool stuff. And we'd be like, no, there's not. You know what I mean? Let's do this bit, okay? Peyton, you're one of the bishops. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Zeke the Pope?
No, I'll be another bishop.
Yeah, you'll be
Okay,
another
we're just
bishop.
two
Yeah.
bishops.
Here we
All
go.
role playing.
Yeah, we're all. This is a bit.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
what we'd like to do
This is a
sometimes on
bit.
the show. Okay. Welcome to the bit. Yeah, that was great. That was a great role, wasn't it? Yeah. Feel good.
Workout. Feel good.
Yeah. It's all Edmund.
Feel
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great instructor, Edmund.
Yeah. Edmund's great.
Love it. I feel
Yeah.
more connected to God himself through this.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's? I was reading some crazy stuff. You guys still have the Vatican Archives? Is that a real thing, or is that like made up?
I can't talk much about it, but like,
Oh.
yeah, they're there.
They're real, like a real thing. It's not like a made up
Of course
place.
they're real. Of course,
No.
we keep them down there. Yeah. But again, it's all like hush, hush. Like I shouldn't even be talking about it right now with you.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yeah, of course.
No.
I mean, we know who killed JFK, but
Oh,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
That stuff doesn't exist. You guys are pulling my leg. They're pulling our leg, Edmund.
No, we're not. No.
I mean, do you want to see it?
You got.
You're not going to show me they don't exist.
You want me to prove it
We
to
can't
you?
show them the Vatican.
We'll show them a little something.
Okay, well, we can take them
Listen.
to the first level.
No. Listen. I'm not going to be blown away by a line of old books. Okay, they're like, this is the Vatican. Oh, it's so cool, right? You wouldn't be blown away by
It's
that, right?
more
Edmund?
than just books. You get what? We got dogs in there.
Okay, you know what? What do you think, Edmund? Should we go down there?
Come on, do it.
Edmund, what happened to you?
I don't know.
All right, we're in. We're in.
Is that easy?
It was in. We're in. That's it.
Yeah.
Dude, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why BJJ is the key to everything.
I feel like you should just explain, just in case listeners don't know what BJJ is.
Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just put that
BJJ?
out there.
BJJ. That's the way I've been saying it. BJJ.
I just think of in Kung Fu Panda, there's that secret scroll.
Haven't
You
seen
remember?
that.
You haven't seen.
Yeah. That's
and
what's in the
then
Vatican
you're like,
Archive.
what's in? And then turns
Yeah.
out there's like nothing in this scroll. It's like a reflection of. Yeah, I forget what the message was, but
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's. I haven't seen that film. I think.
I think that film would speak to you, Lisa.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you're just trying to make me see it, and then it's gonna
No.
waste my time. And
No.
then I'm gonna
It's
be
Jack
upset.
Black at his finest.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's
I'll check it
animated.
out. Isn't this wonderful? How you came on the show thinking? What did you think you were going to talk about this time around?
I would just. I don't know.
Yeah, this is wonderful, right?
I was listening to a lot of your podcasts, and it's just such a wide-ranging, guests that you have, right? So, because I would tell my friends like, oh, I'm gonna be on a podcast. It's like, oh, what kind of podcast?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah. Because you had a
that's-
flat earther. I was last night. I was listening to an episode with a guy and a girl. She's like they're like influencers, right? And then you were talking to James, who's like a business owner.
Wait, guy and a girl who were influencers. Was it?
She's
Were they
got, like,
actors?
a TikTok,
Oh, Indiana and
so.
yeah.
and I think I'm about halfway
Yeah.
through that one.
I get not nervous, but sometimes I wonder what kind of perspective people will have on us, depending on what episode they come into for Wesam's World.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, and
know?
I saw that there was Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee was on this
Yeah.
podcast.
That's a
Yeah,
great
So that's
episode.
another
Oh,
thing I
thank
dropped.
you,
Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, Bobby Lee was on.
Yeah.
You know,
You know what?
he and I was just.
Yeah, he's actually one of the most genuinely nice people I've ever met. Not just from the show, but when I met him at the TCAs, and he was working on a show on ABC as well during that time, and he had just come out with one of the funniest podcast episodes I ever heard him do on The Fighter and the Kid. This was years ago. And yeah, so I'm always curious to see what kind of perspective people have on me or the, like the people behind here. Like obviously Zeke is not a real druggie for those wondering.
Yeah.
He actually has some value as a person.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. You have some value as a person. So welcome.
What a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, thank you for coming on. And one of the reasons I wanted to have you on is we had such a good time with you last time, and then we also spoke that you're kind of curious and probably dabbling in the world of podcasting yourself. So I'm glad we can be your kind of practice rounds into podcasting.
You're my first, so
Yeah,
thanks.
you're welcome.
Took
And
that
you-
podcast virginity, huh?
Yeah, we got that. No, I'm so glad you broke it down for us.
Yeah, good. I just
Peyton,
had to,
would you mind marking him once on the? Just
does that
make
mean?
a mental note. Thanks.
Wait,
marking
where's
me? What does that mean?
Where's my? Oh,
There it is. Thank you. Thank you. That's been a while since we used that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to say thank you for bringing a notepad and coming ready. And I love how we only have written 2 things so far because we've just.
I
been
think
so in
it's
the zone.
just it's there like when you're hanging at the edge of the pool, just to just give me a sense of safety. I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though,
Mhm.
we're gonna have some good times right now because we're gonna watch some videos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the last videos we watched?
Yeah.
They were all right.
This first one, I doubled it because it's so fast, so we're gonna watch it twice. in a
Yeah.
row.
Have you seen this? It's a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu tournament.
I'm just.
oh.
I don't like when guys get injured.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then this is an injured video.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
this is really
It's
bad.
really quick though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
we
do it.
don't
No, it's
we don't
okay.
have to.
It's okay. It's okay. I can
But
handle it.
you're making me feel bad.
Yeah.
Like you're so genuine. I don't
Yeah.
want. Here's the thing. I like you, Edmund. If it
Uh-huh.
really makes you uncomfortable, we don't have to watch it.
No, it's okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I brought this video up
Sure.
because you freaked me out during one of our classes, and so I had to really practice
Mhm.
not to be freaked out in the moment, and so I
Okay.
just used it as.
What
good
did you
practice.
freak out about?
When you were like, we were doing tumbles,
Yeah.
and you said something about breaking your neck.
Oh, I said don't break your neck.
Yeah, and then that's all I thought about while I'm doing the freaking tumbles.
That's the worst thing
Yeah,
to
and I was
say.
like,
Don't break
yeah,
your neck.
because of the stuff we were doing, I was like, I can easily break my neck doing this, and I'm flexible.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know, but like, I was just
Yeah.
you emphasize that so much. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's all I'm thinking about right
Yeah.
now.
You're
So
giving
anyway,
your neck the respect it deserves.
Right.
Because you only have one, and
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
This poor guy. I
Sorry
feel
about
really
that.
bad. What happened to him?
All right.
Yeah, I can't watch
Should
it.
we read the quote?
What?
Uh,
You can't watch it? Oh
The-
Lord.
The
This guy was trying to do a flying arm bar,
Okay.
and it didn't go so well.
oh,
Yeah.
All right,
You guys ready? Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna have to censor this. Oh
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen this one. It's a repressed. I kept it repressed, but the
I'm
him
sorry.
moaning at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's rough.
Intense.
Yeah, we don't. Oh God, now I feel terrible.
There's no more of that. in
There's
these
no more. I
videos.
promise
Okay.
you.
Okay.
We're good. I am so sorry.
No, no. Okay.
I'm so. I don't know. I'm not trying to laugh. Oh shit. We're
okay.
good. We're good. He's
Okay.
okay. We did
Yeah.
research. He's
Okay.
doing okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. This is the last time Edmund comes on the show. I'm so sorry, Edmund.
Is it because you've seen injuries happen? Is that like you're like,
That and I've been injured pretty badly myself.
Oh.
And
so it just like brings back?
and it's just like I don't know how I'm supposed to feel when I see these things. I don't want to enjoy his pain, but at the
No.
same time, I think it's important to watch these types of videos just to let people know, like, hey, you got to respect your body because, one thing they don't tell you in jiu-jitsu is that, you're wrenching on each other's necks. You're trying to, and you get banged up. And so one of the things you want to avoid as you got to think about we're all going to get old. And so, when you get these like nagging injuries, that really kind of, weighs you down. Are you guys into Star Wars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
What
I
is that?
heard
No, I don't know.
it's a story about
Wars.
wars, family, and
In the
space.
stars.
But I heard a theory about Darth Vader's suit putting him in a perpetual state of agony.
is true.
Yeah.
To make him
To make his
yeah.
anger.
Yeah.
And in a sense, when you have disc problems in your neck, you got arthritis, it's really taking a lot out of you.
Yeah.
And so,
When you have chronic pain.
yeah, when you have chronic pain, and yeah, like it's cool to go out like a hero, but I feel like it's just cool in the moment. I mean, I mean, sometimes like I'll understand if like in a jiu-jitsu tournament, it's, this is like a legacy match. But if it's just training or if it's just, a small tournament, it's not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've dealt with a lot of like chronic pain. I had a pretty bad wrist injury. If you guys want to see it, I posted it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
You want me to look it up?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just.
Here we go.
You want to text it to me?
Sure. So that's probably the worst one I'm dealing with right now. If you guys can hear like my wrist making noise, I don't know.
Yeah, I can hear it a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
So that's been bothering me a lot. I've had neck pain from getting injured and so I don't know. So yeah. Anyways.
This is chronic pain for you.
Yeah, but I've been managing it, so it's not like it's not taking away from my life, but it's something that like if I don't manage my injuries, then they're just gonna get out of hand. So I just have to put in extra work into my body. But fortunately, I'm not in a state of like constant pain anymore. But there are periods where I think it's the worst when you're trying to sleep and you can't sleep because your neck's bugging you or but
I suffered a really bad knee injury. I went first time skiing and I took a really bad tumble, and it was at night. Never went to a doctor or anything like that, like a smart person. Wait, did you get it?
I sent it to you. Yeah.
Okay. And did you send it on
Your personal account?
Yeah, or like a message, like an Instagram message?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so I've had 2 torn ACLs. I have a couple of disc problems in my neck and my lower back.
Oh my gosh.
I've had my retina torn. Like when I look left, I see double because some kid, when I was a blue belt, I've never been suplexed before. And so this guy got around my back, and then all of a sudden, like I'm just kind of lifted up, and then I look up and it's the ground. And then, I get kind of knocked out for a second. And as he suplexed me into the mat, his elbow like went in my eye, and I had like a lot of nerve damage, and it tore the retina. And I probably got a concussion from that as well. But this wrist injury, I feel, is the one that bugs me the most out of all of them to this day.
I just saw the thing. It's hard to kind of see, but like you go into the mat to push.
Yeah. So you see this bone that's sticking out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the same bone that was sticking out a lot more at the time, because I was trying to finish like a shoulder lock, but I couldn't get my hand to go through because it was just flopping a whole bunch. And then I looked at my wrist, and there's like this huge bulge sticking out. I'm like, I'm trying to qualify for the World Championships, and I'm like, I didn't, and so that's all I'm thinking about. And then, and so I'm looking at my wrist. I'm like, what's wrong with my wrist? I just thought I sprained it really bad. And so that's what I was doing by trying to like slam. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Oh, we're over time here on iDoby Radio. Thanks for tuning in. But you can listen to and watch the full episode tomorrow on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. I know I got nervous doing it.
So panicked.
Yeah, we're done.
Doing this.
We're done. We're gonna be fined by the FCAA, FAC, CAFA, something like that. No.
Yeah.
Tune in tomorrow. You'll watch the whole episode. The episode continues on. Man, that's crazy. Well, I'll tell you what. We won't show. There's no more injury. There's no more injury videos.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I don't know why I still want to laugh. I don't know why.
It's okay.
Because we feel it's you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
So no more injury videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't remember what this next one is, but let's find out,
An
guys.
injury
Ready?
video.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on.
Now, okay.
It's not
Yeah.
it's not a bad injury, and
Yeah.
it's not like fighting or anything. So this is let me just give you the preface. This is a TV set on a show from a different country.
Could you have found worse quality?
I mean,
I'm kidding.
This definitely looks Korean.
I'm not sure what it is, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh shit!
That is
It bounces off the ground, but it
awesome.
breaks on the camera guy's
That
head.
is awesome. That was so good.
One time,
I really liked it.
speaking of Korea, one time when I was in Korea, at a mall, they were doing like a cultural kind of show, and this guy was doing a dance where he's spinning in circles and he's throwing these frisbees into the crowd.
Okay.
And then I'm looking at one frisbee dart across the room, and there's a girl on her phone, and then she looks up and she gets smacked in the face, and so that's what that reminded me of.
Sue.
Why was he
Yeah.
throwing frisbees?
Yeah, terrible idea.
Into a crowd.
It was part of his dance routine, and then like towards the end, he's just like throwing them out to the crowd. These weren't super hard. I think she just got shocked. She was texting, and then she looked up and got.
That's
So
awesome.
good. But the
That
poor
wa-
camera guy, man.
Poor camera guy.
The actor who threw it ran towards it.
It looked like
He
it was.
felt
A,
so bad.
I love how everybody on set is super concerned immediately.
I think
They're
it just looks more dramatic than it because the pot it
it's
cracks.
shattered.
Yeah, it
on
shatters.
the
Yes,
head,
it
but-
shatters on his head, but not on the floor,
and
which
it's
is
like
hilarious.
ceramic, probably. We'll give it one more.
Doesn't break, breaks.
It's an average day in a Korean household.
Oh man!
funny. All right, let's keep
All right,
going.
here we go.
Oh, I saw this.
You okay? What's wrong?
My knee.
Did you come from the hospital?
Yeah, but I had to go pick up my moped.
I had to go pick up my moped.
She's in a hospital gown on a moped.
Escaped. 100% escaped.
Bro.
Man.
There's more conversation to be had. Do you want to
Yeah,
keep going?
you should get her on the.
Yes.
You should
Yeah.
get her on the podcast.
All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
But I probably should go back and have a picture.
What's wrong with your face?
I face planted.
You need to go back to the hospital.
I gotta tell my dad this is his exit up here.
Is this in Florida?
You need to go back to the hospital.
She sounds like
I
this.
gotta tell my dad this is his exit up here. 26. You tell him. He's a guy behind me. Oh, okay.
Apparently, her dad is following her.
I'm trying. I'm trying so hard not to laugh right now.
Who? So first of all, apparently her dad is following her in a car. He let her get on that moped. Like,
You know how much pain she's in to drive away going, ah! And then realize after she leaves, she's going like 40 on this thing, 35, still going, ah! Ah! Like in constant pain.
like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with your face? She's, I face planted.
Bro.
You know what? She's not having existential thoughts though.
No.
Yeah.
No, she's worried about the moped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like she'd? Do you think she might be happier than a lot of
Yes.
other people?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
I'm getting the fence. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to bed every night
She's living
panicked.
Yeah.
Like,
her
she's
best
for
life,
sure going to bed.
She might be the actual winner
Yeah.
out of this whole game that we're playing.
All right.
Doesn't that suck? That dumb people or
at
ignorant
peace.
people are so much happier than we are.
It's true.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I love that this is what's driving you crazy right now. You're getting mad. You're getting mad thinking about
I'm
it.
sad.
Using our brains too much. Should tone it down.
Sometimes I wish I was a
Yeah.
bad person. Like it'd be so much easier.
You don't have to wish, we say.
That's true.
If you knew the things I filtered out, you'd be like, he's a sociopath 100%. You ever feel like that? You ever feel like you're a sociopath a little bit in your life?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I recently got in a car accident, and I got to be honest with you, I was not very pleased with the way I reacted.
At least you didn't BJJ them.
Well, how did you react?
It's a good question.
Mhm.
That's a really good question. How did I react? I reacted like not the best version of myself. Yeah. I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's still an
Yeah, yeah.
ongoing investigation. No, I'm kidding. It's not. There's no investigation. They're at fault 100%. I was just upset with when it happened. I yelled out and cursed so much in my car. I was so angry.
I think that's okay.
No, because
Okay.
I hold myself to a higher standard, and I shouldn't have reacted like that. You know, nobody was hurt, thankfully. Nobody got killed. I still had my health. It's just material things, and very upset that pushed me like that. Very upset. So, anyway, let's continue on.
All right. So I think there's 2 left.
I just took your pen.
No.
It feels like I should have a pen.
And then I threw in a bonus one.
I do know.
Thank you.
You did?
I sent it to you.
Oh,
Remember?
shit. Yeah. We'll bring it up. But I think the last 2 are Wesam triggers. So.
Wesam triggers.
Yeah, just like stuff that makes you mad.
Okay, so stuff that I might send people to the place to?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
great. Do you know about the place? Did we talk about the place?
I think so.
If I was emperor, people did something wrong, they would go to a
Oh,
place
no,
for a
no.
certain amount of time. Okay, cool. So that's what it is. It's called the
Okay.
place when I'm emperor. If you do something wrong, like let's say you play music really loud on a
Yeah.
Bluetooth speaker in public, you go to the place for a week.
Straight to jail.
Oh no, it's called the place.
place.
Oh, the
It's
place.
it's
It's
different
not
for
jail.
everybody depending on
Okay.
what you do wrong in life.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 days. I think for the Bluetooth
Something
speaker.
like
yeah.
that.
For the Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
Virginia.
Oh, it's these. Oh, wait, it's a new crowd.
Take me home. Country road. One more time.
No more times.
Take me home.
And I hate that I can tell that they're theater singers
I belong.
with their vibrato.
Look. Take me home. Country road.
Is that a fucking violin?
West Virginia. Mountain Mama. Take me home. Country road. Thanks for singing along.
Look at that girl's face. She's not smiling at all. She's just like, I'm so glad this is over.
If you go back a few frames or whatever, there's a guy looking out his window, like an old guy,
The
and
one
he's,
that- yeah.
and he's just like,
Where was he at?
I saw him. He's keep going.
Is he behind or in
Yep,
front?
right there,
There he
right
is.
there.
Oh, yeah.
His head.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is looking
Wants
out that
nothing
window.
to do with the conversation. with the-
I can't express to you if
Yeah.
I was in that situation how hard I would be praying for both engines to fail.
I'm still trying.
Nobody's. Am I the crazy one for saying
Well,
that?
so from what I gather, I think they're on the tarmac. They're stuck and they can't get off.
What?
And
And they're
and
doing
trying
that
to
on the
entertain-
tar.
Yeah, they're trying to entertain.
That made me angrier.
That's always the time where they come out to like perform and everything. Because there was that like comedian, remember at the Burbank AMC, and it was because the projector wasn't
yeah.
working. That's when she decided to go like, I need to go do stand up. It's always when like something's going wrong. It's where people go like, I need to perform right now.
Yeah,
And cheer everyone up.
I don't like that at all because that person thinks they are the main character
Yeah.
in life, and they're not. There's other people. What if people don't want to hear that? Did they ever consider the fact that other people might not want to hear that? Maybe somebody's stressed out beyond belief, and now they have to hear this annoying music.
You don't know where they're flying from. They could be coming back from like a funeral or some shit. You know,
A country
like,
road.
Yeah.
And especially because I can't leave.
Yeah.
You're forcing.
Captive audience.
And
would
that
give-
was everybody in the comments. No one was like, "This is a good thing."
Yeah.
like everyone was like, "This is."
Boo!
Would you actually do that?
Yes!
Dude,
would
I
do
would
it.
give anything to be in that situation with you.
Oh
'Cause
my
I would
God.
be laughing the whole time.
I'd be
Just
like, now
watching
I
it.
get to play my music. Let's listen to some Devil Wears Prada. You guys want to hear some breakdowns?
Some Tool.
Oh, what? We can't listen to Tool? We can only listen to Country Road? Well, that's not fair. Why can't I do anything I want to do?
And then everybody's like, oh shit, there's a crazy person on the plane.
All right, I'm the crazy person. I'm the crazy person.
I'm watching Wesam get tackled by
Oh!
airport police.
Bro, no, I'm not wrong here. By the way, if you're commenting right now and saying I'm wrong, leave. Blocked. We're going to block you from everything. Wow. Oh my gosh, Edmund, I rarely get fired up like this. I can't stand people like that. They're not helping anybody, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish we could do. Oh, I'm like, we're rolling. It's roll time for the next 10 minutes. Everybody, partner up.
I want to know Edmund's opinion. What do you?
I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it because they weren't bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. They weren't.
They weren't like awful.
They were talented.
Maybe
The violin got a little
they
pitchy,
read the
but,
room
yeah.
and they thought, but
You're so nice.
because I think at least it's better than baby crying,
No.
which is no.
No.
Okay.
I'm
No,
sorry to
I
interrupt you,
agree. It's
Okay.
better
but
than
like
baby
I have
crying.
to put my foot down on this, and I would rather hear a baby crying because that's what a baby naturally does, right?
I'm actually with Edmund. I'd
Yeah,
rather hear the
I'm-
guitar
I'm
players
with
than
Edmund
baby
on
crying.
that too.
Yeah.
I am angry with you, and
I'm
we're going
with-
to talk about this afterwards.
Oh dang!
Wait,
I think
you'd
this
hear a
is
baby
one
cry?
of those.
We're
like,
all
no,
you're
but
the only
I understand.
one.
I understand where you're coming from too, because that's really pretentious for them to think, oh, you know what I should do? I should grace them with my talent.
They didn't
Yeah.
get
You know,
consent from every single person on the plane to say,
Yeah.
yes, I want to hear
What
this.
if they did?
I don't think they did.
Bro, I would be like,
Because it's
I
a
will-
stressful situation being in an airplane.
I was stuck on a tarmac for almost 3 hours once, almost,
Mm-hmm.
because then they would have to do something. They're legally obligated. I was stuck on some Seattle tarmac, and that's annoying because you're like, I need to get out. I can't get out.
Yeah.
I need to make my connecting flight.
Yes.
You know what? If I get to do now a monologue after they're done.
That would be
Damn.
awesome.
Just break out into Hamlet.
No, redoing what they did.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, this one will piss you off too. You ready?
I'm sorry, Edmund.
No.
This is like a different side of me that you
Right.
It's all right, man.
Wait for you every night. If you ever wanna fall in love, if you ever wanna be,
What's going on?
if you ever wanna be my,
He's just embarrassed.
I'll be waiting. If you
That's his
ever
boyfriend?
wanna
No, I don't think so. I think
if
this
you
is a
ever
random
wanna
guy.
make things right, if you
Oh.
ever wanna change your
This guy does this at public places. Has a whole choir come out.
if you ever wanna fall in love,
At least they sound better, but if I was behind him in line at Starbucks trying to get coffee before work,
This is it.
I'll be waiting.
obviously the Starbucks worker liked it, but if I'm the guy behind him,
Yeah.
I'm pissed, dude.
I'm honking
This
my
is
horn
this
the
is
whole
worse
time.
than the airplane. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it is. Yeah. Because there's other people that want to. A drive-thru is supposed to be fast.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go, get your stuff, and leave. Like,
And that was a long ass.
that was a long song, dude.
I like to
Yeah.
think they went on for like 8 minutes.
Well, I mean, look at Wesam's face.
So my mind's going to like just anger. Like, I'd ruin their video.
Yeah,
I'd just be honking. Good,
yeah.
good.
I
Got to
would
do it
too.
again, don't you? Again, this is my problem with this. Yes, the action itself is nice,
Yeah.
and you're trying to bring what positivity,
Yeah.
some hope, some music into
Yeah.
some person's life.
But I think the cringe comes from not being aware of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm not in your world, and you're making me late.
Yeah.
You're making me listen to your music right now that I don't want to listen to. That's rude. That's so rude to do.
Why are you pointing at me? What did I
thought
do to
you were going to disagree with me,
No,
and
what
I
did-
was ready to like
Oh, man.
stop you
Oh
from,
my gosh.
and correct you.
You
So-
are fueling rage. And you're just
dude. See, this is not the best version of me.
I looked at Wesam the wrong way and he was ready to lash out at me. I have a video that'll cheer you up
Okay.
if you're down for it.
I'm so down to be cheered up because
So what we were talking about earlier.
Yes, this is what I was talking about. That Holdfast Nations at War game where like you can be a drummer
oh
and everything.
Oh.
But first we have to watch this ad.
me and Edmund. Oh, what's?
I know you want women to
Yeah,
be
you definitely can't
wildly
play that. Blah, blah,
attracted
blah,
to
blah,
you.
we can't play audio from that. Okay.
Fucking did it, boys! The Forsters! The Forsters! We did it, lads! We fucking won! Oh, fuck, wait! Hey, wait, they're coming. Lad, they're coming.
This is really
There's
funny.
a fucking
That guy's
all of them. Fucking give them steel, guys. Give them steel.
Oh, the guy with the drum pulled out a gun.
Fucking come and get him in.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
do you want it steel? Come on.
bro.
Frederick's gone in here next to you.
This is pretty cool.
Wow. I gotta say, it makes me think. First of all, that's amazing. That guy
Pretty
was so
epic.
into it. Yeah.
Is that a real accent?
Yeah, I doubt it.
I don't know.
No, I think that's real. Scottish.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's real?
Scottish is a real accent. Is that what you're asking?
No,
Well,
yeah, Scottish is
was
a
the
real.
guy faking it? You know?
I got that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all missed that.
Yeah, we missed
I
it,
know.
and he got
Okay,
it.
so we figured it out. It's one or the other. We know when he's. Yeah.
Oh, that made me happy. That makes me think how intense that guy must be if he was in a real war. You think it'd be that intense? No.
Well, you're actually maybe gonna die, so I feel maybe that will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BJJ.
BJJ.
He would either
No,
be
but
way worse or completely silent. you
But
know?
I've watched Edmund roll before though, and from his YouTube videos as well. You're pretty calm. You're not like, it's not like life and death though. In BJJ, at least that's what it seems like whenever we're watching you.
I guess, yeah. I mean, that's so stressful to make every roll life and death.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to chill.
Yeah. Except when you rolled with me, it was like you had to be like really focused, right?
Laser focused.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sure. Dude, you were doing this with me. It was the funniest. He was like, whoop, 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 like he was playing with like a 10-year-old kid. He was like, whoop, 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 and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. This made my day. Thank you.
Good.
Then that made me a lot happier than the last two videos you sent.
Yeah, well,
That's
I mean,
the
I knew
point,
they were
though.
going to make you mad. That's why.
Yeah. Man, that really hurt.
It's just, what can you do in those? I mean, because I feel those guys are gonna keep singing. You know,
Boo.
they're
I would
like,
boo.
because there's gonna be one person in the group like, okay, don't listen to the haters. You just keep, don't let them dim your light. Keep singing. You know.
Is this you?
Huh?
Don't let them dim your light. Is
I
this
don't know.
you?
I'm just.
You're the
He's
you're the
exactly
encourager.
right, though. He's exactly right. There is going to be that person.
Yeah, and I'd be like,
I'm sure
I
they
am.
have these pep
Yeah.
talks like, oh, these people, they don't believe in what we believe. You know,
Yeah.
we need to show the world.
I will say this. If I were to experience that before takeoff, I would pray with all my heart and soul that during the flight we experienced the worst turbulence ever. Wow. And then I would be saying, as the turbulence is happening, hey, you guys want to sing now?
That's horrible. You think the worst things possible. Remember the gospel people
Yeah.
that were singing the church choir? And
Yeah.
you
You
wanted
said,
the
"Where's
same
your
thing to
God
happen.
now?"
And you scream at them, "Where's your God now?"
Yeah.
Wait,
I
what
remember
was
that.
Your mind goes to the worst places.
So that's what happened. Yeah, there was. Well, you remember the story.
Yeah. So literally the exact same thing happened. What you saw with these people singing Country Road on a plane, except
about
it
that.
was people singing like church choir songs, hymns, and they're going around going like, "Our God
Yeah.
is in." They're doing that.
So would you not like Christmas carolers coming to your place?
Here's the difference with that.
Yeah.
Usually they ask first,
Oh, okay.
and it depends
I
on
don't know
what.
how it works. So.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
usually,
Oh my God.
if they asked, I would. It depends on the mood. If I'm with friends or maybe there are children's present, I'd be like, "You guys want to see some people sing?" And if they're trying to raise money for a good cause, see, I'm not an evil person.
Exactly.
I saw it in the
Dude, yes.
We both
We're
had the same
hiring
idea.
carolers to come to your place.
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm
you're
gonna I'm gonna pay them
Or like
like
a mariachi band
to like
just
not
comes
leave
to-
for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, do like a whole show. Even after you shut the door.
Dude.
Singing right through it.
Yeah.
If they're not leaving,
Yeah.
that's gonna be an issue for them.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll just make up a 911 call.
Yeah.
I think one of the carolers has a gun. I couldn't be sure.
What if you walked out and you looked left? There's a mariachi band. You look right. There's carolers. and then
your
you look
path.
ahead. There's like a choir, and they're just
Ooh. Which
they're
path do you go down?
cornering you into an alley.
You're not allowed to leave.
That's
you have to
where
go down one.
I go into full mount and then go into an omoplata at that point.
Okay.
Is that some BJJ stuff?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but then which group do you want to BJJ?
Yeah, you gotta pick one.
Because I'm still a white belt, I'm not that great at all. I think the carolers are the weakest. Mariachi band, you know, I feel like their conditioning's much better because they're playing instruments as well and
Imagine
singing.
being a white belt.
What?
Imagine being a white belt.
Imagine being a white belt.
Oh
That's
my
your
God.
insult? Yeah, I'm imagining it right now.
Damn. Get
What?
good.
Get good?
Get good.
Please convince him to come to class once my bruised rib is better. So, because I want us all to experience a BJJ class with you.
Sure. Are you guys interested in coming to? You guys get to hang out with me. Yeah.
He's a
That's
great
true.
teacher. He's a great
That's
teacher.
true.
We could video it.
We could
If-
video.
yeah,
If
if
it
you guys
was
don't
for a
have to-
video,
you
I
guys
would
don't
do it.
have
if
to
it
spar.
was for content purposes, I would do it.
Okay. How about that? Maybe we come in like an hour early, if possible.
Okay. Sure. I'll be down.
That sounds
I'll
like a
break
lot
my
of
neck.
fun. No, we don't want you to break your neck.
I know.
And we'll do maybe like a free roll.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like you teach us some stuff and then
Sure.
yeah?
Mhm.
I think that'd be a lot of fun
Yeah.
actually. Oh, dude, I can't wait to roll with you.
I get excited getting people into. It's like, oh, join
Yeah.
my cult.
Yeah, I like
Mhm.
that. It'd be fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spit on you.
Hell yeah.
Just
kidding.
The disrespect.
I would never do that. I
If
would
you
never do that.
spit
I
on
would
me-
never do that.
I swear to you.
Just pinch your nipples a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm gonna do stupid shit the whole time if we do it. I'm just gonna like whisper in his ear.
Yeah, so no one else
be like,
"Oh, yeah,
you know, there can't be people
All right,
there
maybe
that
not.
yeah.
Edmund, yeah. You're not cool enough
I'm gonna
to
give
do
you a wet
BJJ.
willy. Just like,
Dude, I would break your pinky and pay for all the medical bills.
You like the way you just broke my pinky?
Like I would do shit like that the whole time. Camera cut out. Camera didn't like that.
No. Man. We're a bunch of weirdos, man.
it's like I can't disagree.
Yeah, that's true. You're wearing yours is actually kind of cool. It keeps you warm.
That looks comfy.
It's very comfy. Yeah. My friend Alex was getting rid of it, and
Who would want to get rid of that?
I don't know why he was getting rid of it, but he posted on Instagram, and then I
Bed
like free
bugs.
things. So,
Shit, watch out, dude.
but it's like one of the warmest sweaters I own. So,
Please didn't like my joke.
No, what did you say? Bed bugs?
Yeah, that's why I never take free shit.
Hello.
Well, yeah, yours is different.
Yeah, you literally took a sweater from him, right?
Yeah, that's different though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had bed bugs before at my old place.
how do you tell you get bites on your?
Well, I'll tell you how we found out.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
One of my roommates, who will remain nameless, but I'll tell you guys afterwards who it was. He got some bites on his body. And we were like, that's not good, because of the way the bites were. They were in a straight line. That's bed bug stuff. And then me and him did a little detective work in his bedroom, and we lifted up the sheets he was sleeping. So freaking weird. I just had a dream about bed bugs too. Whoa, that's really weird. That just popped in my head. And then in between the seams of his mattress, where where it came apart just a little bit,
Oh, that's horrible.
and we were like, oh
Yeah.
crap.
They eat the dead skin, right? That's how they survive.
No, they bite you, so there's a little bit of blood.
No.
intake there.
No.
Is
but,
that what is it?
But isn't like the dead skin that penetrates into the mattress? Isn't that what sustains bed bugs? I don't know how
I would
that works.
believe that.
Yeah.
From the research we did a while ago,
Yeah.
it was them biting you. I don't know if that might sustain them a little bit.
Well,
but
if you have bed
yeah.
bugs, they are gonna bite you. But
Maybe that's
yeah.
the dinner and then like the dead skin's like a
Yeah.
little snack.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, we looked at his chair in his room, his couch, and then we
they
found
survive
out.
on blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
They will eventually die.
I don't think I've ever once dealt with bed bugs.
Me neither.
Do you want to know the nightmare scenario? What we had to do? First of all, we threw away his mattress,
You
everything,
have to, yeah.
and then we had somebody come in to the apartment, and they're like, "Cool, take all your clothes, wash them, and you have to put them on high heat in the dryer to make sure none of the eggs or bed bugs survive in
Wouldn't
your
that shrink
clothes."
everything?
What?
Wouldn't that shrink everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's what we had to do.
Uh-huh.
And then after you're done washing them, carefully put them into garbage bags seal them up, and then pretend like you're packing all your clothes to move, and then put trash bags over your electronics, and then they come into the entire apartment, and they spray this like powdery substance that's all natural, but it kills them, and you cannot go into the apartment for like 5 hours after that. And then when you come back, there's this nice like white dust on everything you own for the longest time.
That sucks.
And then you have to unpack everything, and then and then what I did with my bed, but there wasn't any bed bugs in my bed, just to be safe, I put this white salt-like substance around the rim, where my bedroom posts were, because if any bed bugs were hiding somewhere, they would crawl through that, and then what happens was they get all these microscopic cuts on them, and so that's how it would kill them if they crawled through it.
Oh.
Yeah, which is pretty gnarly. I never knew. I was
That
like,
is
whoa.
gnarly.
Yeah. So I put that all in my bedroom around everything, and
You put the bed bugs in a freaking saw trap.
yeah,
You
the
just-
ones that survived, but
Yeah, live or die, make your choice.
yeah, yeah. I remember though we threw away everything and most of the furniture in his room.
What even attracts them?
We're thinking he might have gotten them through camp, because he did stuff at a camp with like a
Gotcha.
with kids but so when you're sleeping outdoors in these camps, there's lots of different people who come in. A few jump into
He
your
didn't shower
luggage.
when he got home.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you shower.
Yeah.
It's they
It's
come
on
in your
your
luggage.
clothes, yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it's not like a cleanliness thing.
Yeah.
A lot of times, sometimes it's you sleep at like a hostel, for
Yeah.
instance.
Yeah.
And then boom, you're like, what the heck? I have bed bugs? How?
Yeah.
That was actually a big problem in LA for a while. Bed bugs was becoming like really a severe problem.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny.
You're laughing. People are getting bed bugs and you're laughing.
Yeah. You're crazy, Edmund. You're crazy, man. Man, I can't shake off the people singing on the airplane.
Maybe they'll get bed bugs.
You know what? I think there's a lot of anger from other issues going on, and so
Yeah.
that's why I want to like direct my anger at people that think they deserve it. Anyway,
That's sad.
you like? Have you ever been on an airplane?
A few times, yeah.
Yeah. Do you like turbulence?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like turbulence?
Yeah.
What do you mean, do you like turbulence?
That's the question. Do you like turbulence? Does it excite you? Like, ooh.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part. And then there are some times where you're dropping a little lower, like, oh, okay, that's enough,
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, I'm okay with turbulence.
You'll laugh at this, hopefully. I one time woke up from an international flight. I was flying from Dallas to London, and I was sleeping on the plane. And then I woke up in the middle of like some heavy turbulence.
Yeah.
But everybody else is awake. But I woke up freaking out. So I was like,
Were there
Nope.
like a few chuckles?
no, nobody was.
Nobody.
Everybody pretended like they didn't
Yeah.
hear me, but obviously they heard me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I was like, oh, okay, we're okay. We're okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to when I was in high school, we had a carpool, and I would doze off in the car, and then do you ever get this where you're semi dreaming and then like you're walking and for some reason you walk into a wall and then you just freak out?
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
I do that. I nap on planes, and I always feel so sorry for the person like sitting next to me, because I'll wake up from the naps. Just I won't verbally do anything, but I do like that, and I wonder if I like smack them sometimes or something, and they
yeah.
just have to sit there and be like, "Okay, this dude just smacked me in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do about it."
Man, I'd love to fly with you guys. It'd be so much fun, especially with turbulence. Can you imagine how much?
I would sing Country Road to you.
No, you wouldn't.
You want to bet?
Yeah, I bet you money you wouldn't. How
I would sing Country Road to you.
are you gonna sing with a broken hand? Oh.
Oh, I don't need to play the guitar. I'll just sing it.
I get really scared with turbulence.
Do you?
Yeah, like really bad.
I would love to see your face.
I would start praying in tongues. I'm just kidding.
What were you thinking about there? You said something scariest moment.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, I wonder if I ever had like a scary moment.
Well, you excuse me. You got almost robbed that we never talked about.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that.
Okay. By the way, that's your chair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just making sure. We'll need a WD-40 that.
You know what's funny is I wrote down say less.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I brought. Okay, shit. I'm doing so bad.
No, you're doing great, dude.
I keep reading. I wrote say less.
I know.
Okay.
You keep doing it. No, we just to finish out the episode, I just wanted to hear about the time I asked you, where do you live? And you were like, Orange County. And I was like, oh, that's very suburban. Is it safe? And you're like, And then you're like, well, this one time.
Right. So I don't think I've ever had I haven't had too many experiences where I feared for my like immediate safety living in Orange County. But I have had 2 instances where back in high school when I used to bike back and forth to Jiu Jitsu, I've had a guy, because I listened to, I was like listening to like music or like a podcast on my way to biking, and then like I hear like a like someone yelling, and then as I'm biking, I look, and then this guy reached in his, like he made it look like he was pulling out a gun, and then he started like charging at me. But I was on a bike, so I just biked off. And then there's another time where I was biking to jiu-jitsu, and then it happened in the parking lot of the gym. And then there was a guy he was probably something going on mentally, but he was like rapping in the dark in the parking lot, and then he started kind of waving, kind of making this motion, and then we make eye contact, and he keeps asking me to come towards him.
I'm sorry, what? That is insane.
Yeah, but luckily I was on my way to jiu-jitsu, so I thought, okay, cool, like,
come here.
Yeah, but
we
then
can't
he never.
Multiple guys beat the
and
shit
then
out
there was
of him.
one guy who would come to the gym, and like every day he's posing in the mirror with his sword.
A
sword? He brings like he would bring his guns and like pick them apart and put them back together.
To the gym?
Yeah, he wanted to make sure everyone knew he was dangerous. So I was like, oh, perfect. He's going to be there tonight, probably. And then, I don't know, but it never happened.
Wow.
Oh, and then in Seal Beach, I got chased. One time I made a right turn to get into the far right lane, and the guy behind me I think he was going like at 100 miles, because he came out of nowhere, and then he had to like stop suddenly, and then he was trying to like drive me off the road. But I was on my way to train at King's MMA. This was around the time like Verdum was getting ready for Fedor. Yeah. It was still like, and I was like, oh, and then Vanderlei Silva was there, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, yeah, but the guy never followed me all the way to the gym.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So I think those are like the 3 encounters that stick out in my mind.
Yeah.
In terms of like someone like threatening my safety.
Yeah. The guy with the
Orange
gun
County.
in the locker room, like unpacking his gun, like that's crazy.
But that guy wasn't threatening him. That guy just liked to do that.
Yeah, that guy was just a student at the gym. Yeah. But he has threatened other students before, but just never me.
Ban him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry. I almost cried just now laughing from the guy you said in the alleyway.
rapping.
Going
asking him to come here.
Yeah.
Asking people.
We started.
Come
like,
here.
Hey, come here. And I'm on my bike. I'm like, is he talking to me?
Come here.
And
we're just gonna go like, oh yes, of course.
Yeah, like, you know how crazy that is to do that?
Yeah, what's up, man?
I mean, I figured just rapping by yourself in a parking lot at night is pretty crazy in itself. So I don't know, like,
what if
Garden Grove?
How weird and awkward would it be if I seem, like pretty normal at Little Tokyo Fight Club. What if I slowly started transitioning to doing that, like being a crazy person?
Rapping in the parking structure?
Or no, in the mat, like before class started? Yeah. Would you tell me to stop?
I think I would start singing Country Roads.
Okay. To balance it out?
To balance, yeah.
That's fair.
Like, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like,
I think that works.
You're doing Country Roads.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Edmund, this has been a very wide-ranging podcast episode. Probably one of our most wide-ranging, I feel like. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
This is the second one.
Second one.
Okay.
Is this the goodbye?
This is the awkward goodbye.
Okay.
This is
I'm
the,
sweating.
You are. This has been fun, though. I feel like, do you feel more comfortable this time around?
I definitely felt more comfortable
Great.
this time around. Yeah.
Great.
Um,
So the next time you come on, no more people being injured videos.
it's okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
I know how to set boundaries, and
I like that.
you know,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Are you gonna next time you're gonna be like, no?
Um,
Yeah, are you do you think that's the way you're gonna set the boundary?
I'm not very good with being too assertive. I was gonna tell you that one of my worst experiences flying was I did a sporting event in Kazakhstan, and both trips took about 30 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, on the way back. Okay, so the last night, a friend of mine knew some guys in Kazakhstan and told them to take me out on my last night. So then I was like, fuck it, let's go party in Kazakhstan. And then, so I get home to my hotel at like 3 a.m, and then our flight's at like 7. And so I'm pretty, and I had just competed, so I was pretty tired to begin with. And then, so we got a flight to Moscow, have like a 6-hour layover, and then fly back to the States. And so I'm tired. I've been up for a long time. And on the second leg home, there was like 3 babies, like just crying all the time. And the parents were like not really making any effort to, try to, and I got to a point where I thought I was gonna just
Explode.
just
Yeah.
I was thinking about like I was imagining kicking the
The baby.
no,
Just kidding. Just
The seat.
no, the emergency the doors, like I was
Wow.
like kind of I was visualizing because I was really getting to my breaking point. But I think what kicks in is I imagine in these situations like, oh, what if you were like a secret agent getting interrogated and they're trying to like mentally, and so then that's how I cope with these types of situations. It's like, oh, they can't break me, I'll never rat. And yeah, and again, it's just, I don't know, like what if I was the one person in the plane asking people to hush their babies, and that's, I think also because I was in a plane full of Russians, and so I'm just kind of
Might not have ended well.
yeah. But I don't know. I just, again, I'm not. I don't feel like I'm very good at asserting.
Well, I'm sure it's something you get better at.
Yeah, you'll have to teach me.
Sometimes, I don't know. Yeah, being assertive. I don't know. Like I've always felt like maybe like you could practice on Zeke a little bit if you want. You can hold him down, and when he's like, "Can you please stop?" And then you're like, no. You're like, hold on, let me try that again. And then he's like, please stop. And you're like, no. How would you hold him down and say no? You want to pretend? You want to do a bit again? You want to try that? You just want to say no really loud.
I can't.
You can. I believe you. Just pretend you're choking him around his neck. Maybe I'll choke him, and then you say no.
let me go.
Yeah. You just say like no. Let's try it again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Let me go.
No.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That was,
Oh,
it's good. That was good.
Okay.
That was different, but
I
it was
don't.
good.
I think I'm uncomfortable raising my
Yeah.
voice.
Okay, that's fine.
But
Yeah.
maybe okay.
No, but that was good. I like that.
Okay.
That was unexpectedly good. Different. I respect that. That's how we're going to end the show.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
You know
learning.
comedy. He knows
There
comedy.
he goes.
There it is. Thank you again for coming on, dude.
Thanks
Always a
for having
pleasure.
me.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Again, if people want to follow you on Instagram, where's your handle at?
It's K_YW91.
Edmund Kim, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Payton, play us out.
Mr. Payton. Whew. I like the title.
Mr. Payton, here we go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This was another splendid episode of Wesam's World. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Appreciate you listening. If you had a good time, hit the subscribe button, the bell icon, and leave a comment below. Especially if you dislike people singing on planes and forcing you to listen to their music, then we'll become best friends. If you have an opposite view of that, get out. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
That's okay.
That was a fail.
You trying to smash that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
That would have been cool.
Always remember,
Look,
listen.
you did it.
Oh, wow. That's pretty impressive. You're strong. Always remember, listen, think, and talk. Bye, guys.